In the stillness of a quiet mind lies the essence of Zen. The teachings of the Zen Masters have always pointed toward one simple truth, that reality exists only in the present moment. Everything that has been and everything that will be arises from this single point of now. Yet, despite its simplicity, most minds wander between the past and the future, rarely resting in what truly is. The wisdom of Zen reveals that peace, clarity, and freedom can be found not by chasing more experiences or knowledge, but by awakening to the living presence of this moment. The power of now, as understood by Zen, is not a concept to be admired, but a reality to be lived. It is the recognition that life is not something happening somewhere else or sometime later. It is here, breathing, moving, unfolding in every heartbeat, every sound, and every sight. The ordinary mind, however, often overlooks this truth. It dwells on what has already passed or imagines what is yet to come, creating endless stories of regret, hope, fear, and desire. This constant movement of thought divides the mind from the immediacy of life itself. Zen calls this state dreaming while awake. The Zen Masters teach that awakening begins when the mind stops chasing after the illusion of time. The past is a memory, the future a projection, and both exist only as thoughts in the present. The only moment that truly exists is now, and in this moment lies all of life's richness. Every breath, every movement, and every sound carries the completeness of existence. To recognize this is to step out of illusion and into reality. Zen emphasizes direct experience over intellectual understanding. A master once said, "When eating, eat. When walking, walk." This simple statement carries the essence of the teaching. It points to full presence, to being completely absorbed in what is happening without distraction. The act itself becomes meditation. When attention is wholly in the moment, the division between the observer and the action dissolves. There is only eating, only walking, only life unfolding without resistance. This way of being transforms ordinary moments into gateways to clarity. The mind that lives in the present is light, alert, and peaceful. It does not carry the weight of yesterday's mistakes or tomorrow's anxieties. Instead, it moves with the flow of life, responding with natural wisdom to whatever arises. Such a mind is free, not because it controls the world, but because it is no longer imprisoned by thought. Zen masters often describe thought as a useful servant but a dangerous master. When thought dominates, awareness narrows and life becomes filtered through mental noise. The past becomes a chain of identity, stories about who one is or what has been done. The future becomes a field of uncertainty and fear. In this state, life is no longer lived directly, but interpreted through memory and expectation. The practice of Zen invites the mind to rest beyond thought, to return to the simplicity of pure presence. Silence plays an important role in this practice. In silence, the mind begins to settle and awareness deepens. Zen meditation, or zazen, is not about escaping thought, but observing it without attachment. Thoughts arise and pass like clouds drifting across the sky. The observer does not resist them or follow them. Instead, attention remains on the stillness beneath. This stillness is the natural state of mind, calm, clear, and awake. In that still awareness, the world appears vividly alive. The rustle of leaves, the warmth of sunlight, the rhythm of breath, each becomes an expression of the infinite present. The Zen masters call this suchness, the pure experience of things as they are, free from interpretation or judgment. When awareness rests in suchness, there is no need to control or fix anything. The world simply is, and in that simple recognition arises profound peace. The power of the present moment also reveals the nature of suffering. Much of human pain arises not from events themselves, but from mental resistance to them. The mind rejects what is happening, wishing it were otherwise. In Zen understanding, suffering is not in the event but in the refusal to accept it. When acceptance is complete, even difficulty loses its sting. This does not mean passivity, it means acting from clarity rather than from conflict. Acceptance opens the space for wise action, unburdened by emotional turmoil. The Zen approach to life is often described as effortless effort. It is the balance between doing and being, between action and stillness. When the mind is anchored in the present, every action flows naturally. There is no need to force or struggle, for awareness itself guides behavior. This harmony can be seen in the movements of a skilled calligrapher, a martial artist, or a gardener. Each act becomes art because it is performed with total presence. The doer disappears, leaving only the doing. The power of now also dissolves the illusion of self. Zen teachings point out that the self most people believe in, the one defined by name, history, and opinions, is merely a collection of thoughts. When attention rests in the present, that mental image begins to fade. What remains is pure awareness, vast and without boundary. The Masters describe this as no self or anatta. It is not the absence of being, but the realization that being is not confined to a personal identity. Awareness is not owned, it simply is. From this realization, compassion naturally arises. When the separation between self and others fades, the suffering of others is no longer distant. It is felt directly, and kindness flows without effort. The power of the present moment is not only personal, it heals the sense of division that fuels conflict and isolation. In the now, all beings share the same space of awareness. There is no inside or outside, no me or them, only life expressing itself in countless forms. Zen masters often use paradox to guide students toward this understanding. They say things like, the sound of one hand clapping, or show me your original face before you were born. These riddles, known as koans, are not meant to be solved intellectually. They are designed to break the grip of logical thinking and bring the mind into direct perception. When the intellect fails, awareness awakens. This is the moment of realization, when the ordinary world is seen as extraordinary and the mundane becomes sacred. Living in the present does not mean ignoring responsibility or denying the past. It means meeting each moment with full attention and clarity. Memory and planning have their place, but they should serve awareness, not dominate it. The mind can recall the past or imagine the future without losing touch with the present, just as a calm lake reflects the sky without becoming disturbed by it. The key lies in knowing that life always unfolds in this very instant. Zen practice, therefore, is not confined to monasteries or meditation halls. It is the art of living. The preparation of tea, the sweeping of a floor, the tending of a garden, all are opportunities to practice presence. In these simple acts, the mind learns to rest in stillness while engaging fully with life. Over time, this awareness becomes continuous, and the boundary between meditation and daily activity disappears. Life itself becomes meditation. This way of living brings a quiet joy. It is not the excitement of gaining or achieving, but the calm satisfaction of being in harmony with existence. The present moment, once overlooked, becomes a source of endless wonder. Every sound, every sight, every breath is new, for the now is ever fresh. The Zen masters remind that enlightenment is not something to be found elsewhere. It is the realization of what has always been here. Even science echoes this truth. Modern research in mindfulness shows that attention to the present reduces stress, improves focus, and enhances emotional well-being. Yet Zen goes beyond psychology. It points to the fundamental nature of consciousness itself, the awareness that perceives all experience. This awareness is timeless, untouched by the rise and fall of thoughts. To rest in it is to experience the essence of freedom. The power of now is therefore not a philosophy, but a lived reality. It transforms perception, dissolves suffering, and awakens wisdom. In its simplicity lies its strength. The present moment holds everything: joy and sorrow, gain and loss, birth and death. When fully accepted, it reveals a peace that exists beyond all opposites. The Zen Masters often conclude with silence, for words can only point to what must be experienced. In silence, the truth of the now reveals itself. The mind grows quiet, the heart opens, and the world appears as it truly is, vivid, complete, and whole. In the end, the teaching is simple: there is only this moment. The past has gone, the future has not yet arrived, and all that exists is the living presence of now. To awaken to it is to awaken to life itself. This is the power of the present moment, the timeless truth at the heart of Zen.